Hey, it's Wednesday, July, oh gosh, July something, 27th, 28th? And I thought this was clouds at first, but that smoke, I don't see where the fire's coming from, but that's Mount San Jacinto right there. There's a fire nearby. That's not good. I had planned to do a hike this weekend, but as you saw just now, that was actually taken the day the fire started. We had an arsonist set a fire up near Idlewild, and everything's going up there. I believe the last figure I saw, they have the fire 16% contained, and it's up to 13,000 acres. It's hit part of the PCT, but I think it's the part that's already been burnt and the part that's still closed. Even so, it's like, and I know that it's gotten 5 houses and several structures at the south end of, edge of Idlewild. So I'm hoping that the firefighters get it all under control and nobody loses their lives. Yeah, we're really bummed down here. I'm down in the valley below, so I'm like an hour and a half away. We just get the smoke. But there's a lot of people who live up there that work down in the valley. So we're bummed. We're stressed about that. Stressed about, do they have homes still, and and then the wildlife. I mean, I was up there last weekend. If you watched that video, I was very close to where the fire is right now. Yeah, it sickens me. Anyways, so instead of a hiking video this week, I'm going to do an updated gear video, because I've done a lot of changes and I've dropped. Gosh, since I did that first gear video, I've dropped 2 pounds in my base weight alone. So I want to go over what I have, and I know there's a lot of gearheads out there. So let me organize it, and I will do a gear video part 2. Okay, so here we go. Some major changes, not so major changes. Let's start with clothing. Oh man, okay, so I have tried men's boxers, ex officio, and I just got this outdoor research. It's a little bit tight on me. I haven't really tried that. I love the ex officio, except it's kind of rides up on the thigh area, which has been really bothering me lately. So I'm going to try this next time I go on a hike. And if that fails, I might just go with women's underwear. This is just a jockey pair of high-cut briefs. It's breathable. I don't know if it's as nice as this, but we'll see what works best. So it's going to be one of these, not 3. I also still have not solved my sports bra problem. I'm using a Champion right now that's good it's breathable. If I find something else that fits me, then great. If not, I'll just go with that. Socks. 2 pairs of Darn Toughs. These things are troopers. I really love them. I've gotten my outdoor research sun gloves, which are, I wash them and they're still dirty, and they get a lot of use. I picked these up about a month or 2 ago. These are cold weather gloves. I wasn't going to carry these till the Sierra, but I know the desert gets cold, so I probably will carry these from the get-go. This is my Columbia Silver Ridge long sleeve shirt that you can roll up the sleeves, and it could be a short sleeve shirt as well. Love this thing. It vents in the back. Honestly, it's a key part of all my clothing here. I've got a buff, and this is kind of a cloth that when it gets wet and you snap it, it cools down. So I may or may not bring that. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Right now it's in. I have a little beanie for colder weather. This is my Columbia convertible pants. Right now they're just shorts. They have the bottom parts that buff. I'm going to go shopping for different ones. I like them. They're men's though. So they're a little bit loose in the waist, but they're tight in the hips. So I'm going to see if I can find a women's pair that fits me inseam-wise, because I'm hard to fit because I'm tall. This is a really hot weather. This is just short sleeve t-shirt, moisture wicking. I really like this thing. And it's an extra shirt to wear on laundry day, I think. I was going to take another, but I'm like, that's way too much. This is one piece of gear that I replaced. I used to have a blue Patagonia rain jacket. It was a wind jacket, rain jacket. I found the deal on eBay for a brand new Outdoor Research Helium 1, I believe. It has pit zips. It's for wind, it's for rain, and it's so much lighter. It's a little bit of a snug fit right now, but I think after a week on the trail it will fit perfectly. It's a trim fit, so it's just tight. And orange is not my first choice. It looks yellow on the screen, but it's orange. But that's what was on sale, so I went for it. For rain pants, I have these Frog Togs. They're like 8 ounces, though. I don't think I'll be carrying these in the desert. I don't think I'll be carrying these until Washington. So these will be much later in the game. But I think I'll need them eventually. I know it doesn't rain much on the trail, but eh. This is another replacement. I used to have a green REI puffy, and I forgot what the fill was, but it was not nearly as good as this fill. And I found this on sale on Amazon. It was still super expensive, but this is a Ghost Whisperer. And it's a higher fill and much, much lighter. And that was definitely a step up from the REI puffy. And that alone shaved off, got several ounces from my base weight. Base layers, I've got this merino wool long sleeve shirt. It's a medium weight, I believe. I didn't go heavyweight. And it's soft as butter. I love it. And these are the pants. This was a replacement as of literally just today. I did have North Face Modus tights, but I went shopping, so I'm looking for like something warm to wear in bed, you know, when I'm sleeping in the quilt. And they're just Adidas, like they're tights, but they're not super tight. And I can hike in them too if I need to. And these are a couple ounces lighter than the last pair that I had, so that's a step up in my opinion. Not too bad. And of course I got my trusty Panama Jack hat, which you guys see me hike a lot in. This one was a big one I made. I used to have a Nemo spoon-shaped sleeping bag, and it was just not working for me. So I bought an Enlighten Equipment quilt, and it's a Revelation, and the fill is 850. So not the top of the line, but I dropped like 6 ounces by going to this. And I can tell you that sleeping with a quilt was much more comfortable for me when I did the camp out a few weeks ago. Still have my original Big Agnes Copper Spur UL1. It's a 1-person. I always wish for more room, but you know, I can't if I can't. And right now I have the Thermarest Neo Air. I'm not happy with it because I have to blow it up every 3 hours. I've contacted the company. They have done nothing. They have not called me. I'm very upset. I'm thinking about moving to a Big Agnes. They have something equivalent that's just a couple of ounces more. But I've heard reports that people sleep cold with it, so I don't know. We'll see. I have to ask around to see if it works for people, because I'm really tired. I'm upset with that company. I just realized I'm missing my sit pad. I have a sit pad here from Neo Air also. That's fine. Sit pads are sit pads. You can't go wrong with them. That's in the garage still. Sorry about that. I have a Shakeology pillow that I blow up and use on top of the sleeping pad. It kind of slips and slides, but it's I don't know, I've been experimenting with ways to get a little bit more tacky, and so it sticks and doesn't slide out from under my head. This is a little wallet. It's a Hyperlight, same company that makes those backpacks. Super light and just has just enough room for, you know, what I need during the hike. I have a head nut for the mosquitoes later. Okay, I think that's it for the sleep system and clothing. So let's move on to some electronics. I've got the phone, which I'm recording with right now. Right now it's a Galaxy S7. That will likely be an S8 or an S9 before the hike starts. Right now I have this headlamp. I can't remember the brand for the life of me. I got it over a year ago on Amazon, and it's really good. I love it. Very reliable, except that you have to use batteries. I've been looking at pretzels that are rechargeable, so I'm thinking about that. I may make the change, especially if it's significantly lighter. This isn't heavy, but you know, I'm trying to go lighter, so we'll see. You know, that's not too expensive of an investment to make before stepping off next year. I've got a 10,000 megawatt, or whatever it's called, Anchor battery pack. I dropped the Goal Zero for this. Now I realize that with such a small solar panel, this isn't going to get a lot of power, but it's also a 10,000 milliwatt something, power bank. So I could top off a little bit while it's in the sun, but the idea is for redundancy, to charge this and charge this while in town. So I have 20,000 basically, and I can charge my phone up to like 6 times with both of those combined, rather than just one big bar. I'm afraid of one failing, like in the middle of the Sierra, and then I can't take pictures or something. So I dropped the 1 pound Goal Zero. This is 8 point something ounces, so that was a huge saver right there. And hopefully the solar panel will charge it up a little bit to help things. This is a little Bluetooth controller for your phone, where you can set it up and like take a snapshot from it. Like, I forgot what the distance is for this, but I'm going to use that. I moved up. I had a slightly heavier tripod, but during Prime Day I picked up one of the Gorilla Pods. This is nice. It's really nice. You can twist and bend it, and it's a little bit lighter. I have a GoPro 5, and that's the extra power. And I don't have all the cords that was shown, but this is the little little mount for my phone and the stick pick. And this you can use with this too. I have an attachment that's not shown here. Storage. In case I run out of room on my phone, I love these things are Android to USBs. So I can stick it in my phone, it downloads everything. What I do when I record videos is after I edit and upload, I delete everything because I don't have room. But if there's stuff I want to hold on to use later and edit it on my computer or just keep it, I can keep them on these. So I'm going to have a 64 gigabyte. I have I think this is a 32 gigabyte in here, and then I have like an 8 gigabyte. That was when I was experimenting. So I'll bring some of those or ship some to myself. And I have my Garmin finally. Haven't activated it 'cause it's expensive, but I've got it. It's good to go. This is a little dry bag. This is for my electronics. I have another one of those for my clothing, a larger one, but I'm debating whether or not to use it. Honestly, if it starts to rain, I'm going to use a trash compactor bag inside. So I'm probably just going to forget the weight and just don't worry about dry stuff sacks for the rest of that stuff. Okay, let's do water system. Right now I'm using a mini, and it's been good. But just in case I get irritated with it, I have bought the regular Sawyer, and I can ship that to myself. This is way too big. I'm either going to use wet wipes or a much smaller bottle of this. It's a Wilderness Wash. And I have a towel. This is for like doing dishes, washing hands, or just in general. It's pretty small. I can go smaller. I probably will go smaller. That is my jet boil. That's my stove. It's all in, everything is in one. You've got the stove, you've got the windscreen, you've got the pot and a cozy. Done. I've got my long spoon, not spork. And this is the fuel for that. Food system. What I'm going to do is, of course, there's parts of the Sierra where you need the canister. I'm going to get the canister when I get to Kennedy Meadows. In the meantime, I'm going to use like walk sacks of different sizes, put food in them, and then I have the sea-packs that, oh my gosh, I forgot his name. I blanked his name. A YouTube listener gave that to me. And I mentioned him in the video like after he gave it to me. But so I'm going to have that within that, and I think I'm golden with that. And it's very large, so it should do the job for my food. There's some things missing, and I'll go over that too. I did pick up a little medical kit, and I pulled about half of the stuff out of it, because I don't need that much. I do want to add leukotape in there, and of course, much more ibuprofen, Tylenol, allergy pills, stuff like that. And this is, those accoutrements that you need. This is a snow spike. It's an extra tent spike if you need to, but it also doubles as a trowel for digging in the hard ground, so you can do number 2. That's for number 1. That is the P-style. It's awesome. And these are miscellaneous items. I use this to hold my glasses on, just in case I take a tumble and my glasses do not fly off. This is just a bear whistle or a rape whistle or whatever. Or I fell down the cliff, please come help me whistle. Little multi-tool, super light. The key parts of this are the scissor and the knife. This just for safety reasons and because I like to use maps too, like paper maps. And snow gear, I've got my Black Diamond. It's an ice axe. It's almost the perfect size for me. Not quite, but hey, it'll work. And then I've got my micro spikes as well. And down here, I have my ULA Catalyst. That's my backpack. Love it. There's a couple of features I've talked about in other videos that I like. I wish they'd improve upon, but it's pretty good otherwise. These will be my camp shoes. They're not good for river crossings, unfortunately. These are OFOs, and I need to get a size smaller because they're a little bit big. But they're so comfortable and they're great for recovery. And then these are my main hiking shoes. These are my Keens. This pair I wear every day to work, and I also hike in them. They're kind of almost done. If you look, see if I can show you this. They're tearing right there, and they're tearing right there on the insides. That's where the wear is. But these I've had for quite some time. So I'll probably wear them another month or so, depending on the mileage, and then replace them with the several pair that I bought for the hike, and then wear like whatever I have, whatever I'm wearing at that point, I'll wear the first month or so of the hike and then replace them eventually. So I think that's it, minus food and water. All that fits in that backpack. And I may add that all of that weighs less than 17 pounds. That's my base weight. It's actually down to like 16.5, but I realized I don't think I counted the GoPro in that, so it's probably closer to 17. I guess. So I am missing a few things, just little things. Like I want to find waterproof socks for the Sierra. I want to get that Body Glide for chafing, especially in the desert. I'd like to get one of the Anchor the little blocks from the Anchor that have the double charger. That's a quick charge. I need to pick up one of those. So it speeds up the charging of those battery blocks. I want to get like little, they call them dead cats or wind jammers for the camera. So when it gets windy, it's not as obnoxious as it could be, because it could be really bad. I wrote it down, sorry. There's a hairbrush that I think it was a Vagabond Pauline bought. It's like a fold-out hairbrush and may or may not have the mirror on the other side. It's really teeny, it's travel, and it's like a couple ounces. I'd like to pick up that, just because. I want to get some sort of wide mouth water bladder, like the Knock bladder, or there's other ones out there, just to make it easier for collecting water to filter. Would like to pick up some Leukotape. I don't really have much of that. And gaiters, dirt gaiters. And I think that's it. I mean, that's it. I'm set. I'm just tweaking things here and there to make it lighter. But I'm set. I'm ready. Let's go. Now, gotta save up the money yet. Oh, speaking of that, I gotta give one more shout out. This one is going out to Matt. I've known him since, I think he was in elementary school, because I was best friends with his sister in middle school and in high school, and still am. And he was a kid. I think we were 13 when we met and he was younger. But he's the latest donator to my GoFundMe page. So I gotta give a big thank you, Matt. You're awesome. And I hope you follow me on the videos, because it's going to be one heck of an adventure. All right. So I'm curious what you guys think. Comment down below. Throw me a like if you like it. If you have more suggestions. I'm still tweaking things here and there. I still have several months. I just can't spend a lot of money. That's the thing. Yeah, isn't that always a story? All right. You guys have a good one. And hope, pray, fingers crossed, whatever you believe in, that the fire gets put out soon. I'm hoping to squeeze a few more hikes in before summer is over, and then wintertime starts, which I can hike down on the desert floor here during the winter. So there's still a lot of hikes to come before the main event happens next year. All right, you have a good one, and I will see you guys next time.